Hi again, it's Michelle with the Singing Baker. Today I'm bringing you a fun hummus dip. It is a Mediterranean layered hummus dip. Stay tuned. So this is a great one to put out on your table when you have lots of different dishes out, lots of appetizers. It's a great one for vegetarians in your group. It's really healthy. You serve it with some veggies on the side. You can also put some crackers and pita chips as well. So we're going to get started. List for you today is some hummus, and you can actually purchase that pre-made at the store, or you can just make it yourself. I'm going to be making it today with some chickpeas and putting it in my food processor and just blitzing it up here. But you're welcome to just grab the package from the store. You're also going to be needing some feta cheese, some pine nuts, Kalamata olives, some red onion, roasted red pepper, some cucumber, some tomato. With the tomato, you can actually change it up a bit. Today I'm going to be using some sun-dried tomatoes, but you can also use aroma tomato as well, or hothouse tomato if you prefer that one. And then we're also going to be needing some olive oil, salt, and black pepper. And then for dipping, I like to use some fresh veggies. I have carrots and celery here today. I also use some crackers or pretzels and some pita chips to use as my dippers. So let's get started. So like I mentioned before, you can just grab your favorite hummus at the store already pre-made. I am going to just blitz them together here from some chickpeas that I have. So just a can of chickpeas. You can use a can or two depending on how much you want to make. And I'm just going to put it in my food processor here. You can also use a blender if you have that. And I'm basically going to blitz it up. I'm going to pour some olive oil in. And then you're looking for that nice, smooth and creamy consistency. Maybe tighten this. And I'm going to start to blitz this up. We got it plugged in. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off there. We now have a nice creamy consistency. If you look here, this is what you're looking for, just really nice and creamy. And I did add a tablespoon or so of water. If you do make it yourself, you just want to kind of watch it, and if it's a little bit on the dry side, if you have more chickpeas as compared to like your olive oil, you may want to just add a tiny bit of water just to smooth it up a little bit as well. But I basically streamed olive oil in there, and then the little bit of water, and then seasoned it with salt and pepper. And that's really just to taste. So you want to like taste a little bit of the salt and pepper there. Okay, so I'm just going to put this to the side. Our next step is to chop up all of our veggies, and then I'm going to put the veggies in a nice mixing bowl just to kind of set to the side. So I'll go ahead and get started on that. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, make sure you give me a like. I do have lots of other appetizers on the website, so make sure you check those out. Alright, so I'm just going to get started on these veggies here. I'm going to chop all of them up. So with these ingredients, all the veggies, you can play around with it. You can either follow what it says in the recipe, or if you really like one ingredient over another, just put a little bit more in. It's your dip. So red onion, I usually just put a little bit of the red onion in there. And then you want to dice it up pretty small. Like I said before, this is a great one to add to the table. It's a nice healthy option you can add to the table, and then plus if there's any vegetarians or vegans at your party, then you have something that they definitely would love to dig into. This is lots of flavors of the Mediterranean. You have the Greek Kalamata olives, you have some feta cheese, we have a little bit of the cucumber. Some people enjoy putting fresh tomato in their hummus, but for this one I really like sun-dried tomatoes, so I usually add sun-dried. I had a great time when I went to visit Greece a while back. We got to check out the Acropolis and go to the Parthenon. And it's amazing, actually. One of our favorite Greek stories is we were in Athens and we actually went into this gift shop, and we literally heard the gift shop owner go from one language to another, and by the time we left he must have spoke maybe 5 or 6 languages. So we were really impressed with that. So I speak both English and Spanish and a little bit of Italian, the tiniest bit of French, but man, that guy was pretty impressive. He just rattled off from one language to the next, so that was pretty good. All right, I got my onions here chopped up. Probably only going to use maybe a 1/4 cup of these onions, and then I'll save the rest for a different recipe. All right, I'm going to continue on chopping up my olives, my roasted red pepper, the sun-dried tomatoes, and my cucumber. And then we will go to the next step. So, all done with cutting up all my veggies. I have them in a nice bowl here. Basically just I've mixed them up. I've seasoned them with a little salt and pepper at the very end. And I'm just going to leave it to the side here, and we will next go to our stovetop. I'm going to take some pine nuts, just a little bit for the recipe, or like I said before, if you really like them, then throw more in. I'm just going to dry roast them on the stovetop. So I'm putting them in a pan, nothing else in the pan, and I'm just going to shake the pan a little bit, stir it up, and then let them kind of like roast and toast up nicely in the pan. You only need a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes at the most. And then we're going to use that to sprinkle over the dish. And the very last step I'm going to take is I'm going to take my carrots and my celery, and I'm just going to make some sticks out of those and put them out on a tray along with some maybe some pretzel crisps and some pita chips. And then we will be ready to just assemble it all together and eat. So meet me over at the stovetop. Okay, so we are ready to assemble. I just toasted my pine nuts on the stove. I'm just basically going to spread this all out on a dish. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see all the videos that are coming up. I basically try to put one on there once a week. Okay. And this, of course, is the yummy hummus that we made earlier. Just spread this all out. And then we just top it with our veggie mixture from our bowl. Just layering this all out here. This again was the sun-dried tomatoes, the cucumber, red onion, roasted red peppers, and then we added a little olive oil and salt and pepper in here. Just spread it all out on the top here. And then all we've got left is to top it with some feta cheese and our toasted pine nuts. And again, play around with your ingredients. If you really like something more than another, just adjust the amounts. This is a very forgiving recipe that you can just play around with it a little bit. Okay, so it's all ready to go. Gonna have a little taste. There you go. Nice taste of the Mediterranean there. I hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure you make it soon. Till next time.